Alright, let's keep moving. We're just going to work our way up through these trees. If I found any solar panels put on the car, I don't care about solar panels. I never bother with solar panels on vehicles. It's too easy just to swap a battery out or to get another vehicle once you're already... Gotta go check those bodies. Once you're already mobile. I got 3 vehicles back home, so I don't really care. This is... Oh, lab coat. Science site. Not as important as it used to be for 2 reasons. One, they no longer have fun, cool, like super sciencey, other dimensional loot. It used to be you could find all sorts of fun, high-end stuff on occasion in the science body sites, and also they were the source of ID cards. So they could be the ID cards could be in the wallet right here. But I'm not worried about that right now either. So yeah, they're not nearly as fun as they used to be. But at least we found one. Can you get power armor in there? There's only one place in the game where power armor exists anymore. And the place that it exists, it's a random die roll. It's got like a 17% chance, 30% chance. It's a really low chance for it to occur in the one place that it's at. Power armor is really, really hard to come by nowadays. Railhead. There's the outpost. It used to be we had 50 cal turrets and such sitting on the outpost corners, but they removed most of the above ground world turrets. But the inside is pretty damn dangerous. Bring a 50 cal just to punch through a wall, just so you can get the guys inside to be visible, so you can then snipe them from range. Or you got to sneak up, open a door, throw a grenade in, close the door, and hope that the door doesn't get occupied by an enemy that just happens to be sitting right next to it and steps into it, at which case you're usually dead, as they step out and machine gun you to death. A lot of possibilities. There can be some pretty nasty things in there. Could also be some pretty high-end weaponry and ammo and explosives. But we're not prepped for that thing. So yeah, regarding solar panels, it's not that I don't have opportunity. We've had lots of solar panels that I just have ignored. I just don't care. Okay. We need a wee bit of mechanics skill, and still more materials. We don't have a torch yet. We'll need more gas. We'll need rods, welding rods, and so on. Brazing rods, all that stuff we haven't gotten to. We haven't found any garages yet. I haven't been able to get to any single garage. I'm not sure which version this is. I know there's a double tile version of a garage that is the home of a secret... Ooh, Blue L! Hello, Blue L. Is it going to be a science lab or is it a lab? Which one? It's probably going to be a lab. Science labs are pretty damn rare. Lab access shaft. That must be the newer version. Well, we're definitely going to check these out now. Oops. Right through the sparrows. I am hearing gunshots. Wasn't that gunshots I was just hearing? I don't see it on the list here. Oh, I'm hearing it again. So is this the special garage with the lab access? I don't think I've ever seen this garage version. I don't know if this is new or if this is the special one that I've heard about. Alright, so we got gas in the pumps. 40 liters, 45 liters right there. Battery draining. Engine, it's not going to run because of the fuel pump problem unless we fix that. People just don't like carrying hacksaws. Another steel jerry can. Oh, look at all that battery power. Another electric coupe with a broken security system. Ah, electric motors toast. Everything else looking pretty good. We need, what is it, engine crane if we wanted to lift out any of these storage batteries. Remove storage battery. A tool with sawing of 2 or more. We've got that. Mechanics of 2. Strength of 7. Really? 165 pounds. Strength of 7 is going to lift 165 pounds? Excuse me? I bet the installation requirement is going to be even worse, though. You're going to need welding gear to install it. Strength 9 and a tool with lifting to get the engine out, or the motor out. Food's starting to go bad. Hacksaw! The reciprocating saw, I'm pretty sure, is better than this in all ways, but it's also a lot heavier. I wouldn't carry it around for general use, so we'll grab the hacksaw for sure. That mostly finishes off... our tool requirements, short of the heavy tools. Nothing, huh? There's a secret to this place. I don't know where it would be. We climb on the roof? I don't think the roof would have anything. Nothing particularly interesting. It is a 2-tile gas station. I don't know. I heard gunfire. It's possible the lab is wandering enough that we are on top of some portion of the lab down below ground that has a turret or something. That has nothing to do with this place. Yeah, I don't know if this would be an okay starting base or not. Too many windows. But a lot of gas here for us, and possibly the batteries if we come back with lifting tool and an acetylene torch. Alright, let's go check out the, oh, it's one of those lab access points. Got it. Well, who knows what's under us then? This could be, I forget what it's called, the mutated lab? Hella dangerous potential down there, though. I don't know if I want to go down there. We could get wrecked pretty quick. Zombie scientist. Chemical reference classified. Experimental lab bot. Hey, buddy. I forget exactly how these guys fight. Robot, large metal spider, a bit bigger than a person, with its thorax covered in tiny holes, and an ominous buzzing emanates from it. Yeah, that, whoa. That is a problem. You bastard and your rocks. That window definitely looks different. Way too small. I mean, if we want... Ooh, chemistry set. I'll take that. I was about to say, if we want huge amounts of chemistry materials, we're in the right place. But damn, the headlamp runs out quick. Yeah, we're not going to stay. This is another one of those where I have to make a serious... I have to go get materials if I'm going to try to make any kind of progress in here. This place is pretty dangerous. I don't know yet, I can't tell yet whether this is one of the mutated ones. I haven't seen the big red carpet yet. But there's a lot of variations possible in this place, and they're all pretty dangerous for what we're at character-wise. So I just wanted to give you a taste. But it is another interesting opportunity in the local area. Alright, that's what we picked up for books so far. Doesn't help. Doesn't help. None of them help currently. What do you look to accomplish nowadays? Entertaining you guys mainly. As I mentioned when I returned to the game, for anybody watching who doesn't know, I took a 15-month hiatus because I eventually just totally burned out, finally, after like 7 years of nonstop Cataclysm. So I've only been playing it for about the last week. And we're still in the early stages of the gameplay, which is fairly similar to everything I've done before. So Cataclysm's kind of tough because, especially when I'm trying to play for the audience, because I got a lot of you guys that are brand new to the channel over the last year and a half, never seen the game, and might be really invested and interested in this early game stuff that you're going to be encountering. But then I got a lot of old-timers that have seen me play this game for thousands of hours. They want me doing the super ridiculous, high-end, uber finale, doing crazy stuff type of gameplay. But it takes a long time to get into that gameplay unless I kind of cheese the starting conditions or something. So it's really hard to find a balance in just what I'm going to do in regards to challenges and such. But I play it for my own personal enjoyment, mostly for the tactical crunchy goodness, getting myself into terrible situations and then finding a way out of them despite the odds and despite the circumstances. And we usually run into some of those pretty often, no matter what difficulty level I play at. But it's very much a game where once you know how the game works and you've got some experience behind you, you have to put yourself into dangerous situations. I mean, you can play it doing what I'm doing now, just driving around the countryside looking for opportunities that you can easily take advantage of. But if you want to have amazing miracle escapes, you got to put yourself into bad situations. You got to knowingly go into danger and do unwise things. But that's the only way that I, at this point, can really have fun, is get myself into terrible situations and then get myself out of them again. Damn it, so many of these stupid trailheads. I hate trailheads so much. I get all excited about seeing all these branching pathways, and I'm hoping that it's going to be a mansion or a lab or something, and it's just trailhead after trailhead after trailhead after trailhead. Yeah, I didn't technically need the hacksaw because we got the reciprocating saw, but that's, like I said, something I would keep in a vehicle or at the base. I wouldn't run around with it. So if I'm going to go into a city, for example, on a nighttime raid or something, and I might need to hacksaw some bars, I need to carry it with me, and I don't want to carry a heavy reciprocating saw. So there's reasons to have both. But for the primary use, I had already satisfied the requirement. But we picked up a lot of the tools that I needed. If we could just get a garage so I can get an acetylene torch and get... this is the food, yeah. Get an acetylene torch and get some gas for it. The gun show. Why is the road dumps here, but the gun show's over here? I'm assuming this road was supposed to connect to the gun show. That's kind of weird. But yeah, if you're new to the game, like I said, you don't need to worry about all this kind of stuff. You're going to have dozens and if not scores of hours just trying to learn how to survive the early game in a very small area. You don't have to worry about all this high-level stuff I'm talking about. You'll have a grand old time just raiding into your very first little town and trying to stay alive and figuring all that stuff out and figuring the million of items in the game and, you know, being a huge pack rat and getting all excited about finding certain things. How big can the map get? It's effectively infinite. The map is generated ahead of you as you travel. So this is what we've explored so far of the map. We started up in the middle of Princetown, Provincetown is where we started, right in the center. And then we kind of worked our way out of town, came south, and went past the research facility, and then I set up my little base right here. I saw a good opportunity with the way the map was set up and this particular house that was right here. We set our base up right there, and then we've been moving around. These big circles are the radio towers I've been climbing with a set of binoculars, giving us the big range of view. So we're just on a big scouting run right now, doing what I've been doing, picking up particular tools I need, resources I need, finding the cool places I want to go raid, things like that. So we just got to do a little bit of exploration here, and I still haven't gone up north, which was the original intent. But we found a way through this lower area, so we've been spending our time down here. But the map gets generated ahead of you as you travel. So there are a huge chunk segment that gets generated that you adventure in. And as you get closer to the edge of the thing, it generates ahead of you as you travel. So it's as big as your hard drive can handle. I mean, eventually you would run out of hard drive space. But you'd get bored and stop playing long before that would happen anyway. So... I'm just curious if this road just does dead end. The map gen usually is pretty good, but this one looks like the map gen, the road and the buildings didn't quite meet up. Gun show is another one that I don't really deal with. I gotta see what these two buildings are. Let's check the southern one first. So it's a bunch of NPCs in there. It's been a while since I've been inside, but... A Barrett MRAD SMR rifle. Okay. Is that not the Barrett 50 cal? The default ammo is the 338 Lapua? Good lord. Good luck finding some of that. Hey, look, it has a 12 bash value. It's got a cheek pad, a muzzle brake, and a match trigger. Yeah, 84 range damage. 60 max. Oh, 60 is the max range. Chamber for the 338 Lapua. Civilian variant of the sniper rifle. All sorts of stuff in there. What the heck? There's zombies in the gun store? I thought this was an NPC location. Now I'm really kind of curious. From the north you hear hostile detected ×2. Well, that's not a good sound either. Maybe I should not be messing around up here. That sounds like turret or robot activity. Get out of here before I get shot. Dairy farm? Another dairy farm. Sure, we'll scan the dairy farm real quick. See if it's got a working vehicle. Ah, fog. Hate the fog. Depending on where you're at, the fog can be pretty damn dangerous. Just the bike this time. Oh, regular cows. Oh, and zombie cows. Never mind. The zombie cows are going to go turn all the cows. They're off on that one side, though. We might be able to hop in here briefly. Don't care. Don't care. No books. And just some food. No tools or anything, huh? Alright, not much opportunity there, unfortunately. Not going south any further. Another dairy farm up north. Yeah, this is just turning into a bunch of trailheads and nothing much interesting. But you can play the game the whole survivalist route too. I mean, you can play it where you just survive in the wilderness. And there are some mods that lean towards that kind of gameplay, where you start with nothing and you actually have to craft everything and play survivalist. Sand pit. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen a sand pit. What is that place? Yeah, I don't prefer the... Whoa! Oh! 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 Don't mind me while I go change my underwear. Hey there, Humvee. You got a faulty engine. Air filter. Air filter. I think we have our Humvee. Ooh, frame's about to drop. Frame's about to drop. That's somewhat painful. Frame's good on the engine compartment, though. Alternator's solid. Battery's solid. Oh, we have a Humvee. This is going to be a trip to come down and get this, though. It even got 12 rounds in the mounted M240. Okay. I don't even need to fix it. It is quite a trip, though. Problem basically is, I mean, it's so far away. How do I get down here? I could basically trade my junker car up north. We just go back home. We hop in that other gas vehicle I have just south of where this one was. And then we bring any materials I think I might need. But we basically swap them. I bring this one down past here and through here. And, you know, I come over to where we're at. And then I swap them. That'd be the easy way. I definitely don't want to make this on foot. That's a long way to go on foot. Really long, dangerous way to go on foot. Alternatively, I leave the solar car here and I just take this back home right now. That is another possibility, because this one's starting to get a little low on the battery charge. It would commit me to gas power, but we've got a gas station on our way back out that we could probably top off the tank with fuel. Unfortunately, it's JP8. The other tank's draining. I need to get this thing drained and transferred before anything else happens. So we got to do that real quick or we're going to lose that JP8. So, let's just drop the boinky ouchie. And... get the 2 steel jerry cans out. Well as the rubber. Excuse me? I don't have a rubber hose? You're kidding me. Is it in my personal inventory? Yes, it is. Alright, never mind. We're okay. Alright. I think I have to siphon it and transfer it. Can we transfer direct nowadays? I don't remember. Fill. This one. Don't have the items on hand. Siphon. That one. Fill available tank. There. Oh, there we go. Cool. Much simpler. And then, oops. Siphon that one. Pour into container. Jerry can. So we got 60 liters in the tank and another 20 in the jerry can, which is fine. I'd have to fill the other jerry can up with diesel till I get this tank replaced. We're not quite to the stage where I can actually repair the Humvee, though. That's the only thing that kind of bothers me. We will absolutely end up losing these two, even though it's got primo military composite. The frames are pretty much trashed. Can't even repair them. Got to replace them. And here's what you're looking at. Behold the glory of working on vehicles now. Brazing rods or welding wire. We have none. 80 nuts and bolts. I collected a few. I think I've got like 20. But I haven't been going around hardcore collecting them. And a new frame. Glare protection we've got. Bolt turning we've got. Drilling we've got. We do not have a torch of any kind. No arc welder, no makeshift, none of that. So, and that's just to replace this one frame. Plus 2 hours. Such a joy. See it on Steam now? When did that happen? Prior to my taking a break. I don't know, 6 months prior, something like that. So it's been a couple years that it's been on Steam. Version on Steam is there for 2 primary reasons. One, to stop anybody else from putting it on Steam, because at any time, anybody could have put it on Steam themselves and tried to collect money from it, because it's under the Creative Commons license. Anybody could have done it. So one of the devs that has contributed a bunch to the game and is contributing in an ongoing method took on the task of figuring out Steam and putting it on Steam and updating it on Steam and so on. It's only the stable version on Steam, and the money only goes to that one dev to support the dev. So you can get it on Steam if you would like. It's only the stable version, and you're primarily supporting that one dev. But that's pretty much it. So to try to keep some money flowing to the dev to keep him contributing and to prevent anybody else from just dropping it on Steam. That's pretty much the reason why it's there. I am not playing the stable version. I have never played stable versions. I always play the cutting edge experimental branch versions that release every day. It's a good way to hook up power to a building. Yes. And I have a video on that over on my YouTube channel. It's a bit of a complex topic, but you can set up various power systems like solar and wind and nuclear and so on, and then you can run wiring to connect them into a building, hook them into various appliances you can set up and so on. You can even have them go across Z levels. You could have solar panels up on ground level with wiring that goes into through a window or a wall space into the building, and then goes downstairs into a lower area of the building and hooks into a network downstairs. So, yes, you can hook up power to a building. Decisions. Back to actually playing the game here. Do I leave the solar car behind? I was going to have to ditch it in the not too distant future anyway. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the video that I last put up on the powered networks in homes. But I don't think it's changed much since the time I made that video. Might have changed in some small ways, but it's largely still valid. But I demonstrated setting up a power network outside a mansion and then running the power from solar panels inside the kitchen area, down the stairs into the basement area just below the kitchen to a big network of devices and such. Oh, I'll undoubtedly run across. I wouldn't come back to strip it. I wouldn't mind getting the motor and maybe some of the good condition batteries, but we're going to come across more of these. I mean, we found one not long ago that I left behind. I don't even remember where we saw it. Somewhere back here, we had seen another electric coupe. So I'm not too worried about that. Just wondering about the trade and the time it would take me to go back and then come back here with the other gas vehicle that I don't really care about. So, is there anything... I don't have good mass storage for additional fuel. And I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to install tanks. Just need the metal tank, and then the bolt turning, and the cordless drill. But that's to... No, that's to install. Oh. Alright, so the tank's fairly easy. So, it's not hard to rip them out of vehicles. So we should be able to get a couple more tanks installed and then fill it up. Might be able to do that while we're out here and about. I've got the drill. I just need to take the reciprocating saw to some gasoline vehicles. Head back to that gas station on our way home and fill up a few tanks with diesel. I'd like to have 2 to 3 full tanks to travel on. I think that'd be more than enough. Yeah, let's go ahead and swap. Alright, which key am I pressing here? All. Not sorting anything to there. Nope. Nope. I forgot the move all command. Not that. What the hell key was it? Move all items. That's what I thought I was hitting. Wrong key, apparently. It's 91 out of the 300 in the single space. And the 2 jerry cans there. Alright, nothing else in the vehicle. Not gonna try to take anything out of it, I don't think. I guess technically I could take the batteries. Can't grab the motor. Let's not worry about it. Alright, here you go. All the old timers have got a serious number of hours clocked watching me tool around in this vehicle. I think I'm done exploring out this way. Do we go further east? I think my map might run out right there, so I think this road likely continues. Go away, fog. Might have some vehicles at the apple orchard that we can check for tanks. Four amigos. Hi there, amigo scout tower. Right next to the orchard. And then another tower. Two zombie hulks, 2 zombie wrestlers. Oh yeah. Oh, the wrestler's got a graphical upgrade. So these are weird because they're pretty much guaranteed spawns outside of Migo towers. So You know, don't go crying that your evolution scale is broken or anything. This is just a consequence of the Migo Tower here. It's not having anything to do with your evolution settings. So, you know, you can stop crying on Reddit that you got killed by Hulks on day 2, even though your evolution settings are set to slow down or whatever. Oh, I know it's a bug. It's been around for quite a long time. It was there before I took my break. I think it mostly happens when you have higher than 1.0 spawn rates for monsters. Then you end up with more than it can fit and it pushes them outside or something. Oh, another industrial park. Oh man, they keep pulling me further and further off my path. Damn it. I can't pass up a chance for an industrial park. We're narrowing down our list of tools that we need now, so it gets less and less likely that we'll find something useful. But between the possibility of a couple of books and torch material, we gotta go check. There is no challenge command to describe the goals or theme of the challenge because there are no goals or theme to this challenge. I created a quick character and we jumped into the world. Here we are. Nothing else special about it. Typically I'll have 2 commands on most of my runs. One will be the challenge command, which just describes kind of the theme. Usually I have a theme and the goal, the endpoint that I've decided to make, and then I have a separate command for settings that show all my world settings and so on. We don't have that for this one. Oops. Another empty one. Hey you, I want your wing mirrors. I don't have a screwdriver. You do. Give wing mirrors. And it's got 1 tank that's not draining. I'd kind of like a full strength tank. I think we'll run across enough vehicles. I'm going to wait till we have one that's not damaged. Oh yeah. Come here, hand mirrors. Nothing in here. Oh, what do we got right there? Small welding tank. Multiple small welding tanks. If I can just find the torch. Alright, we've got a drill, we've got the chisel, so that doesn't help. Shouldn't be anything in these that I care about anymore. Only thing up here might be a random book, but not likely. Oop. Yeah, none of this stuff matters. Go across the street. No books. No books. 1 book. Clothing designer. That's a pretty good one. That's a tailoring book. One backpack. And 1 more book. Homebrewer's Bible. Don't believe we need the Homebrewer's Bible. Okay, last opportunity for cool tool stuff. A screwdriver. Another gas jackhammer. And, yes! Oh, look at that, a welding tank, brazing rods, goggles, and a torch. Wow. That is a major jackpot. Big time jackpot. That doesn't happen too often. Hence the reason we came. Now we just need 80 nuts and bolts and a heavy-duty frame. And to load charges into the acetylene torch. But I mean, we got 652 brazing rods out of that, which sounds like a lot until you find out that you need 400 just to fix this one thing. And you need the frame to go with it. You're replacing the damn thing, essentially. Oh, it's so much material. So much material. Yeah, I'm not going to go grab that that tank, not from here. Actually, we might be able to get tanks out of some of the machinery over there. What else would I need? Pocket wrench. Let me go look real quick. I forget which of these. I think you have 60-liter tanks. Nope, that's the air compressor. If we pass an evac shelter, we can just disassemble the tanks on top of it. That'll give me 4 60-liter tanks. So that's one simple way. Are we passing an evac shelter on our way back home? We only saw that one. We do have one on the way home, though. It just is right close to home. Yeah, it's this one up here. Which is kind of after the fact. Disassemble. Construct terrain furniture. That. Forget how this works. Oh. 1 to 4 metal tanks, 60-liter, and 2 to 4 pipes. Sure. There we go. 4 metal tanks. And take them all. $100 charges of my drill, huh? Go for it. Are they all damaged? No. Weird. Alright, where's the damage? Simple assembly for the compressor. It's fine. We worked around it. Ooh, it's getting late. Wasn't planning on being out and about. Alright, 3 tanks is enough for now. Yeah, I think it's time to head home. Let's see if we can make it home before it gets dark. That's body site, amigos. What's at the body site? And nothing fun. Alright, on our way home, we'll stop at the gas station, grab as much diesel as they've got, and that should keep the Humvee going for quite a while if I don't wreck it. We need to find another vehicle with heavy frames, or I think certain machinery has heavy frames. I didn't want to spend any more time at that light industry. Took a little longer than I wanted to get the installations done. But now we're finally in my favoritist vehicle. It's just gonna suck when I lose those two front frames and it drops the perfect condition composite armor plating. I'll have to, hopefully when it does drop off, I'll remember and I'll grab the composite plating from the ground. If I don't drive over it and wreck it. Yeah, I can't do much repairing right now. We just don't have the materials. I gotta find a garage or a couple garages. So, after this trip, we'll get back home and I'll have to think through what we're gonna do next. We didn't really solve my city problem. We didn't come across any that I was able to get into kind of the commercial districts of while we were running around. I love these engines and stuff just sitting out on the road. 2.8 liter V6. What are we running in this thing? 4.5 V8. It's good for you find those, you disassemble them for the parts to mend the engines in the vehicles you're driving. God dang it. Now it's foggy and getting dark. I didn't check. Do we even have headlights? We do. Battery and alternator are good, so we should be gaining charge on the battery while we drive. Then we have the route mapped, so I can get home even in the dark. Just a little tougher. Coming up on the gas station. Problem now. Humvee is too big and bulky to try to drive through, so we'll just creep on up. $11. Cool, I can still get it from here. Gotta get that engine mended one of these times. All those misfires to start is gonna get me in trouble. Alright, not bad. Is this the other coop? Yeah, that's the other electric coop. So, we'll remember that location. Okay, route we need to take. We got to get across here and go up north from here.